The Washington football team played Friday against Snow Hill, needing to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. But it wouldn't be easy as they fell behind by 3 touchdowns in the first half. For many of the players on the Delmar field hockey team, it was their first time in the postseason. The young Wildcats would have their mettle tested as they took on Dover in opening round action Wednesday. It was 2 teams rekindling a rivalry while trying to get closer to the playoffs when Laurel and Delmar met Friday night. A win for the Wildcats would put them at 500, while a victory for the Bulldogs would move them to 6-2. The Delmar defense was solid early on as they had a goal line stand on Laurel's 4th and 2 at the 2-yard line. The Bulldogs would not only put the ball in the end zone on this 31-yard Chucky August run, but they tally 5 touchdowns in the 34-13 win. August said last week's loss to Lake Forest was a wake-up call.
After Lake lost, they woke us up, and we lost the fire. So all we preached all week in practice was we got to get that fire back. And this was the game. No better place to do it in Delmar against our rival.
I challenged the guys Monday to find their heart back. We've had some mediocre practices since the DMA win. It was like we went up to DMA. That was a big stepping stone for us as a program, getting a big road victory up at DMA. And it almost seemed like we lost our little bit of fire to get better. I challenged them all week with that. We went hard at practice this week just to get that fire back, and we showed it tonight.
These guys, it wasn't really about strategy, it was all about heart. We came back just by doing what we do, which is play with heart. Parkside got some easy baskets, which took us out of rhythm, and then down the stretch we took some ill-advised shots. But hey, we'll be there at the end. That's a great ball game. Great coach team. I told them it was hard. It was tough to play in here. That crowd really played a factor, so it was a good game. These games right here, it's all about emotion in the first quarter. After the first quarter, then, we settled down and we got it within ourselves. But we'll be fine at the end. We'll be fine. The one thing we got to do, we got to stay consistent. We play defense in spurts, but we got to continue to do it the whole game. We got to do it the whole 32. But I'm real pleased with the way we played, so I'm fine. I mean, I can't say enough about this game. We're worth the price of admission. So you'll see us later on. This game didn't really make us or break us. It just showed us where we were. So second half, so when we play Bennett, we'll just go in, we'll do what we do, and we'll just forget about this one tomorrow, and we'll prepare for Bennett, and we'll be fine.
They shot well from the outside, especially in the first quarter. But mostly, more than anything else, we knew that was their size. We just didn't have an answer for their size. We could not score inside. And if you don't score inside, you got to find someplace else to score from. And we weren't hitting it from the outside. I think we made no three-pointers and 2 shots beyond 15 feet. We had them. We had the looks, and we took them, but we just didn't make them. And that happens. But that's been a trend with us all season. So, if you can't score inside, you got to find another way to do it. And we didn't hit our outside shots. So a couple of those buckets go in, we got a ball game. But the kids played hard, played good defense for the most part, and scrapped against a much bigger veteran team. Nobody dropped their head, and we just didn't hit our shots. We had the looks, we just couldn't knock them down. So that's basketball.
I looked at our kids. We have some good talent here. It just was a case of whether we could really put it together, make a really serious run this year with this group. And so far, we're working. We're getting better. We're not where we want to be yet. But when I look at the makeup of this basketball team, we've got a really good shot at really making a serious run for this Bayside this year.
He stressed to us that there's nobody out there that can, beat us, but we just have to work towards that. When we're losing, we can't get down on ourselves. We have to improve and do better. I feel our strength this year is basically working together and being able for all of us to communicate well with each other.
I didn't really do much last year, so I found out this year that I could do better. I had to show my team that I was responsible. We all got good personality and love the sport and know that we can do well at it.
We had to work as a team because we're a young team, so we had to work together to get where we needed to be. I think I like when people think, oh, they're not going to do nothing, but we come out there and show them what we really can do. People looked at us, oh, we're not going to do anything, but we got some up our sleeve.
I think it's really balanced league. We have a couple of teams that are exceptional. They have more experience than we have right now in positions where they have players playing long. But the idea is this: it doesn't matter about whether another team has more experience. It's whether you can execute your game plan. Our kids are going to learn that when we come into a game, there are things we're going to have to expect to do. If we do that, we give ourselves a chance to be successful. If you don't do it, the teams with more experience and have been going, they're going to get that W. And as you know, there are no ties in basketball. Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose.
I grew up with Diggs, Jawan, and them. I played AAU with them, so I knew them already. And when I came in, I just fit in right away.
With our height on the 3-2 or the 2-3, we're gonna have the middle shut down. So we're gonna have to force them to shoot, turn them into jump shooters, stuff like that.
We just gotta have good chemistry together, all of us. So we're working together with the scrimmages now. We look good. We're just ready for Friday night. I came to every game. I wanted to be out there, but I just had to wait. What we want to do is win. No losses for me, because we know this team that we got here is strong, and we probably can. We know we can do it.
For us to go to states and win all our games, that's my expectations. Practicing hard, working together, getting our chemistry together, and that's how we're gonna make it all the way.
We're just gonna go out there and play. We ain't gotta worry about pressure. Just go out there and play and do what we gotta do, and we'll win.
Well, it's all about the start. It's very important that every kid, not only in Wicomico County, but all over, gets off to a great start, whether it involves nutrition and in particular activities. We want to make sure our kids understand the importance of being involved, being active throughout their lives. And what this program does is get them started at an early age. And what the goal is, as far as we're concerned with our student athletes, is to make sure they create great habits. Eating right, eating properly, making sure they understand to finish certain drills when they're involved in activities, and just make sure they understand that it's always good to stay active. And that's what we want to do. And what better way to start it than at a nice young age to keep these kids involved. We have one of the announcements we make when we talked about this program to our students, to our ball players, was if you're interested in getting involved with teaching or education, this will be a great opportunity to work with young kids. And now that was the #1 goal, but actually we had over 50 kids who were interested and participate today. So I think they just wanted to get out and make sure they have some type of impact working with young kids. And just, I see the smiles on our guys' faces more so than the young kids. So it's a win-win situation for everyone, obviously for the kids and even for our student athletes.